enough training. Now we face the enemy for real.
Hello and welcome to the first ever Herald Terror Squad YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about landing zones, gun choices and the Gulag. Before we get onto that, let's introduce the team. Now there are 4 members of the Herald Terror Squad. Firstly, myself, Man Like T Bizzle, Matt GC O'Brien, X Ranshod 95 and Coconut Zeus. For this video we played 3-man Warzone, so you won't be seeing any of Coconut Zeus, but don't worry, he'll be in plenty of future episodes. Now let's get on with the video and talk about landing areas. Now there are 3 main things we look at when choosing a landing zone. Firstly, recons. As you can see, we've tagged 3 recons that are all pretty close to each other, so hopefully we'll be able to get at least 2 of these. For those of you that don't know what a recon is, effectively it's a challenge. Now if we complete the challenge, it shows us where the next circle is going to be. So if you get 3 or 4 of these in a row, you've got a pretty good idea where the final circle is going to be, and it gives you a good chance to get prepared and ready for some final fights. The second thing to consider when choosing a landing spot is to see how busy it is. Now you don't want to go to an area like Superstore or military base unless you're ready and know that you're going to win some fights, because a lot of people choose these areas. You also want to choose an area that's probably towards the outskirts of the circle, again just so that there's less chance of there being people there. Now the third thing to consider when choosing a landing zone is what areas do you know best. If you're quite new to the game and don't know all of the areas of the map, it's probably best to stick to a few places you've been before, so you have a rough idea where crates and guns are going to be. Okay, so now we're going to move on to gun choices. Now towards the beginning of the game, I tend to choose either a light machine gun, submachine gun or an assault rifle. This is mainly to do with the amount of rounds they have before you need to reload. Be careful with a light machine gun though, because if you do need to reload this at any time, it takes a long time to reload. As you can see, I got to fire off a lot of bullets and that only used just over half. I think where a lot of beginners go wrong is when they choose a gun just because it's got a higher level. However, if you choose something like a pistol or a shotgun at higher level and you're against somebody with a lower level assault rifle, then you could be in a bit of trouble. Another thing to be careful of is if the gun says burst. Now what this means is if you hold the trigger down, it's only going to fire a few bullets. Now snipers are great if you know how to use them, but I'd get experienced in some multiplayer before you start using it in Warzone, because they are pretty difficult to use. Now it sounds like someone's going to be coming in the building. I don't know whether they know if I'm here or not, so let's sneak down and see if I can take a pop at one. I didn't quite manage to down him, but now they know I'm up here, and I know that the only way they can get to me is up those stairs. And this gives me the advantage of being able to get the first shot at them. Now when they come up the stairs, they're not going to know exactly where I am, so they're going to have to sort of look around the room, by which time I'm hoping I should have downed him. Perfect, now is there another one? Oh shit. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. This brings us nicely on to our third topic of conversation, which is the Gulag. The first thing to do once you get in the Gulag is to find out what gun you've got. The gun you've got will determine how you approach the fight. If you're given something like a shotgun or a pistol, then you're going to be a little bit more direct. So you're going to want to run more towards their side and try and get the first shot out. Whereas if you've got something more like a sniper or something with long range, you're going to want to hold near the back and try and get the first shot off that way. Also, don't forget about your lethal and tacticals. After a few seconds you can use these, and they're very, very useful, but a lot of people forget to use them. Ooh, that was satisfying. Now, what you wouldn't have heard, but you might have noticed in the Gulag, is that ex-Rancher 95 was also in the same Gulag as me, and he was waiting to fight. Now, this meant that he could let me know of the opponent's movements and help me to know where he was, and therefore help me to get the kill at the end of the day. Now, hopefully it won't be too often that two of you are in the Gulag at the same time, but if you are, then that's a very, very handy tactic. Now, once you redeploy, you're starting from scratch, so you need to get back in a building, get your guns and your ammo back, because if you come across someone and you've only got a pistol, the likelihood of you winning the fight is pretty slim. Now, unfortunately, Lewis didn't get out of the Gulag, so it's just me left. My team have tagged a crown, so I need to go and get that, and if I don't get killed in the specific time, then all my team get to redeploy. Now, the difficulty is every single person on the map will know exactly where I am. But let's give it a go anyway. Firstly, I need to get a better gun, so let's go in this building and see if I can get some decent guns before I move towards the crown. Now I can hear a crate, but I can't figure out where it is. It must be outside. Oh no, there it is. Right, now I'm going to pick up this sniper, even though generally I wouldn't normally pick up a sniper, just because I'm quite happy with the other gun I've got at the moment, and I might need a little bit of scope later on to see where I'm going and to see if there's any enemies around. Golden crate. Now these normally have some better equipment in than the blue crates on the whole, but this time wasn't that great. Yes, I'm still heading for the crown. God, so impatient. Right, I'm conscious that it didn't say team wiped. There could be someone else around this area on his team. Alright, let's try and get this crown and stay undetected until I get the team back.
Friendly drop back on the way. Enemy UAV overhead.
Now, I'm not that familiar with this building, so I'm trying to find the stairs, yet I've probably gone past them.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Oh, there they are. So far, so good. Can't see any people up here. Fingers crossed the other person in that team were separated from the one I killed. Now to try and stay undetected for 3 minutes, which might be a tall order. Let's get rid of this sniper. I'm not going to use it. Oh shit. I have been detected. Let's try and get out of there as quick as possible. 34th, not the best of games, but hopefully we've given you a bit of an insight into landing areas, gun choices and the Gulag. Make sure you subscribe to our channel.